Welcome back to the channel. I'm super pumped today because I get to review the new CANiK Prime Radian. This thing is an absolute banger, so let's get into it. Okay, so what is the Prime Radian from CANiK? So this is actually built on the CANiK METE MC9 compact platform. So this technically is considered a compact pistol, although in my hand, it does not feel that way. It is a 3.83-inch barrel that has the Radian RAMJET barrel along with the Radian compensator. And when I say this thing is working when you shoot this gun, I mean it. It absolutely destroys recoil on such a light and relatively small platform. Okay, so let's run through some of the specs and features of this Prime Radian, and then let's get into talking about how this thing shoots, because that's gonna be the fun part. Okay, so first, as I have said, it comes with the Radian RAMJET barrel as well as their compensator. It is an RMSC footprint, which is an incredibly popular footprint that I feel like has become the norm on pistols with this sort of size. It has Night Fision sights, which, if you don't know who Night Fision is, they make, in my opinion, some of the best night sights that you can go out and get. They have probably, I think they claim 30 to 40% more tritium in their sights. So when I tell you these things are incredibly bright at night, they totally are. So you have an orange ringed front sight as well as a rear sight that also has tritium, but it's blacked out. So during the day, it doesn't really distract or bother you, and you can just focus on seeing that front sight if for some reason your optic goes down. This thing is ambidextrous, has some really aggressive but super usable slide serrations, and is also outfitted with the Radian backstrap as well as the Radian magwell. Now this thing I thought was awesome. Like I said, I've got bigger hands. This just helped keep my pinky on this and really allow me to sort of drive into my grip on the gun. It's also a pretty usable magwell, so that was an awesome feature. You also have this incredible flat-faced aluminum trigger. And guys, for such a small EDC model, this thing is incredible. So you've got your trigger safety right here, which feels incredible because it is checkered. And then you have a little bit of take up, and then you get to the wall and it breaks pretty clean. Now, the cool thing about this is as soon as you have a reset, which is incredibly positive, you're already on the wall. So there's no reset, and then I've got to find the wall again. I am right there on it, which I think is going to lend to shooting this gun fast, which, as you can see, this thing can be run really, really quickly. Something else that pleasantly surprised me coming into this review was that it has a really sort of mild but very usable side texture that would be kind of up against your body if you're carrying this concealed. But on the front strap, it is a super, super aggressive, very noticeably aggressive front strap. And has this really aggressive pyramid-shaped texturing on it, and it really just grabs your hand. I also threw the Olight PLX on here because I just did a review on that, and it looks fantastic on the Prime Radian. Okay, guys, so really quickly, let's talk about what this model comes with. So you have an incredibly cool Pelican-esque style case with the Prime Radian logo on the front of it, as well, obviously, as CANiK's name on here. And immediately, this is such a massive value add for what the Prime Radian is coming in at, which is around 8 and change doll hairs, if you know what I'm saying, because YouTube loves that. You've got some of your paperwork and various literature. And I took everything out just a little bit to make seeing this easier. But probably my favorite thing that a lot of the new CANiK models come with is a little miniature CANiK that houses a bunch of your Allen keys and small tools. It also comes with 2 additional backstraps, which these both feature that super, super aggressive texturing from the front strap, which is really nice. You have an extra magazine lock, and if you open this up, it has a couple of spots for extra magazines, some other random tools, as well as you have a cleaning kit and a punch. So they kind of give you everything you need out of the gate. And so, as I said, this comes with 2 magazines, and for such a compact platform, This thing is 17+1, which to me is bonkers for such a small and thin EDC style pistol. And with all of that out of the way, I have a very strong opinion this is going to be an incredibly popular EDC pickup for a lot of people because, one, all of the features that you get on this out of the box, and two, because this thing shoots incredibly well for its size. So let's talk about the fun stuff. When I first got this, I ran about 500, maybe 600 rounds through it, which is not a lot of rounds in the grand scheme of things, but definitely enough for me to really get comfortable shooting this, as well as getting a good sense for what works, what doesn't work. And I was immediately very happy shooting this thing. It was really, really flat, again, for such a small EDC model, and it was super easy to hold on to. I have told you guys before that I love incredibly aggressive grips, and if I'm being honest, this may be a little too aggressive for some people, but I think the vast majority of people are gonna find this to really lock their hand in and keep everything really stable as you are shooting. I ran this thing fast, I ran this thing slow, and everything I could throw at it and every type of shooting that I could do with it, it excelled at. It had incredible return to zero, and with such a superb trigger, this thing was so much fun to shoot. And of course, because this is a brand new model and will be geared heavily towards concealed carry or EDCs, you know we got to run it through a little accuracy test. So here's what that looks like. Okay guys, so we are going to shoot the brand new CANiK Prime Radian. Let's see how this thing shoots. We're at about 10 yards. I can live with that. As you can see, this thing is also incredibly accurate, even out to distance. Typically, when you're shooting groups and shooting farther and farther away, the larger frames and the longer barrels tend to help facilitate tighter groupings. And with this at about 9 to 10 yards, I would say, each round was right on top of one another, and it just works. So as I shot this, the recoil impulse was really awesome. Obviously, it's a bit shorter of a slide, so it's going to feel like it returns rather quickly and has a really fast slide tracking. But with this Radian RAMJET barrel and the Afterburner compensator, it just made shooting this incredibly easy. The return to zero was phenomenal, and for such a small sort of package, this is something I feel like I could take to the range and shoot all day, even if this is the only thing that I bring out, and I would be just as happy as shooting some of my full-size guns. I think that this is an incredible package from CANiK and from Radian. I'm incredibly glad that they collabed on this, because this has been a massive buzz ever since CANiK announced this collaboration and this phenomenal new model that they have. Like I said, I imagine this is going to be a massively popular model for CANiK, and I think that this is going to be the new king of EDCs for 2026. That's right, I said it. This is going to be the new king and the new standard for EDC. I don't really have many other ways to say it, because this thing just shoots so incredibly well. I was so happy that I got to get one of these, shoot it, and put it through all of its paces, and I am so incredibly pleased with what CANiK and Radian coming together has produced. So I very much look forward to more of this voodoo magic from CANiK and Radian on other models, and all I can say is you guys need to shoot one of these for yourself. Could the CANiK Prime Radian be the king of EDCs? I think it might just be.